Welcome everyone. This is the fortnightly SIG-etcd triage meeting for Thursday, May 23rd. This is the meeting we go through PRs and issues relating to SIG-etcd and try and keep on top of things. First up, we have an issue for our upcoming release, which is going to be 3.5.14. And we've got one backport we need to do for couple TLS configuration settings that you can do through a CLI parameter currently, but you can't do through the etcd config file. So it's a pretty minimal backport, but it's just a little bit time sensitive because we want to cut this release maybe Tuesday, Wednesday next week. So if someone has time to raise this backport from main to release 3.5, that would be really helpful.
Yep, I can take that up.
Cool. Was that Arca?
Yep.
Perfect. Thank you. Yeah, that'd be really helpful. So let me just drop a comment. Perfect. Okay, that's the first one. On to the next one. This is one that Ivan raised just yesterday. So we completed the first workflow migration from GitHub Actions to Prow the other day in terms of like fully completing it and removing the GitHub Action workflow file. There is one little piece of functionality from this verify workflow that isn't working as desired yet, and it is the link checker for the docs. It's kind of lower priority, so just wanted to advertise this one, and if anyone has ideas on ways we can kind of tackle this, just drop a comment and let us know. So we've got one from Lavish Pal 7 minutes ago as well. Awesome. But if anyone has experience with markdown lint and that sort of thing, and link checking, and you've got a suggestion for an alternative to marker, let us know. We'll evaluate those and figure out something to get that working again. Okay, on to the next one. Was that the right link? Yes, okay. So this is one I wanted to check if we can close. And it's a question for Benjamin. So it's a data corruption issue. We know it's a data corruption issue, and I'm sort of not certain if there's anything we can realistically do from this point. Like, we know it's a corrupt DB, we've got the corrupt DB file.
Yeah, it's supposed to be issue.
Yeah, it's Bolte.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't have much. We don't have any solution for now.
Yeah. So discussed during SIG-etcd triage meeting. Confirmed this is a BoltDB issue. Closing as we can't do anything from the etcd main repo side.
Yeah, based on my latest comment, most likely is a file system issue. Yeah, we from the application level, from the BoltDB perspective, we don't have any bad solution to resolve such issue for now. I agree. It's a long-term goal. We can add some protection from the application level to prevent the DB file from corruption, but it's not easy task.
Yeah, understand. Okay, thanks, Benjamin. Let's close that as not planned for now. Okay, what do we got next? This is one we had a quick chat about the other day, and there was a brand new contributor who volunteered to reproduce it, but we just haven't had a comment or anything from them, and it's been a couple of weeks. So I just wanted to open up again. If someone wanted to retest this series of steps around running sample robustness tests on just a blank machine or a blank environment, and just let us know.
Yeah, that this came from a Slack thread, and I actually was able to reproduce it, and that's Marek suggested to create the this ticket, this issue. But I guess there is no solution for this.
Okay, that's good intel. So apparently there's a Slack thread. I might try and track that down later. This was reproduced by Ivan VC.
I can link the Slack thread.
That would be really helpful. Thank you. No rush though. Okay, so apparently there's nothing we can do about it though.
So I think it's a little bit challenging to solve this because, and I don't have any idea on how to solve this, but the thing is that, so we need to amend that version to remove that flag, like the Go module, Go 111 module. But then it's amending an old etcd version. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how to. What would be a good option? I possibly it's not a good first issue because we need to make the decision on how we're gonna amend that old version to remove the deprecated code.
Okay, all right. So not quite so straightforward as I think I may have previously thought. I'm just going to put the comment in there. We talked about it. It has been reproduced. It has also been discussed in Slack. So yeah, Ivan, if you can add the link to the Slack thread for context, that might save someone else a little bit of heartache. Yep. Cool. All right. So this one closed. Yep. Seeking volunteers has actually been reproduced. Okay, this is one to talk about. We've got some decisions to make, I think, here. Oh, if I have internet. We're operating on a Starlink where I'm at, so it can be a little bit spotty sometimes. Okay, so crux of this issue is etcd_ctl outputs log messages on like just ordinary log messages on standard error, which that's not really expected. There is a PR in flight which is proposing some fixes for that. But I think we need to make a decision for this. There's some commentary on this from Ivan. Thanks, Ivan. So it'd be good to try and unblock this.
So yeah, I think this was assigned to Muffy. But he didn't comment on it.
Okay, so the PR that's been raised solves the issue for.
So initially it was solving
command.
it for a specific command, and then so I told the contributor that that it was just solving it for that command, and so then he changed it to fix it for all etcd_ctl.
Okay. So yeah, that makes sense. Like, it doesn't make sense to do it piecemeal. That kind of makes sense to me. So if it's just debug info, then standard out's fine. Anything greater than info, like warning or exception sort of things, should go to standard error. warning are critical. So do we just need to kind of give, like, does it just need some further review now that this has been updated for all commands?
Yeah, my suggestion is no. Yeah, and however, I agree the direction to only write the error message to the stand error. The normal input to stand out. Yeah, this is okay for me. But you know, the PR changed the client package, so we need to we need to evaluate the impact of the PR. It's not only change the command line, it also change the client package. The client package is public; anyone can use the package.
Okay, so this is actually at review. We don't have a decision to make here. We just need to evaluate it. All right.
Yes,
this is
yes,
good.
yeah.
Okay, good to clarify. Decision is to update for all commands. PR raised. Cool. Okay. So the invitation is there, team. If you have some time and you can help evaluate, the impact of this, have a read through, like a proper read through. Give us a review. Let us know what you think. It'll help. And thanks to Ivan, who's already done a bunch of review on this to help get it to where it is currently. Okay, we've got some PRs. I think that's all of the issues I had listed. Yep. So this one here, what are we doing? We are requesting a rebase, and we need to check if this is still something we want to try, or the contributor wants to try and merge. So it's from Chow, from AWS, but it's quite old. It's going back to late last year. But we need to get this rebased, or just check if it's still something we... Benjamin, do you know if this is something we still absolutely need?
Yeah, no, I think the PR is still desired, but we need someone to drive this effort, keep driving this.
Right. Okay.
Okay, I can probably pick it up.
Thanks, Yuan. Should I ping Chow, or do you want to try and just pick it up?
I'll ask Chow first.
Yeah, probably we should ask her. Yeah. So... Okay, cool. So let's ask if Chow can rebase and continue the work. We'll see what he comes back with. Cool. Okay, one down. We've got a couple of follow-ups here. These will be quick ones. These are just some older PRs. This one got pretty close. I was pretty happy with it. It now, I think, probably should be rebased realistically. And there was a couple, two things of feedback from Benjamin. So let's, I'm sorry, I should give some context on what these things are. So this was just a bit of a catch. It's something we probably shouldn't see happening around the Cycle suites, but apparently it was possible for etcd to crash on startup in this sort of obscure situation. So it does make sense to get it fixed. Okay. Meeting would be great to finish this off. Who is it? PS Chow. Do you have time to rebase this and please address 2 comments from... Okay, let's see what they say. And another one. Okay, this is client v3, this is auth, this is handling JOT tokens. What's this? Yeah, just allow him setting a jot directly and not using username pass. Again, I think this was really close as well. Yeah, I was also happy with this. Benjamin, you had something.
Yeah, I think we need to add E2E
Oh,
test.
testing. Yeah.
Test. Yeah.
Yeah. Did they add a unit test? I'm sure they did something.
Yeah, unit test I don't think unit test is enough. We need E2E test.
Yeah, I was just checking. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Let's follow up. Discuss during triage. Okay. Hello. And now I did it twice. Lovely. The joys of Starlink internet. Okay, cool. Thanks, team. Next one. This is a review follow-up. Let's have a look. It's older one.
Okay, let me take a look. Yeah. Sorry for the late response.
Yes, it is you, Benjamin. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Please have a look. Cool.
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
And then I've got one more on the list here. What is this?
Yeah, this I just added. This is a production issue we discovered in the customer environment. Yeah, we need people to review this PR.
Okay. Cool. I think, yeah, I have had a read of this before. That was a while ago, though. I don't think I've posted a review on this, have I? No, I just had questions.
Yeah.
Okay, let me take another look at this. Yeah, it would be good to get this sorted out. It's an older one, isn't it? Yeah. Not too old, but okay, cool. So the invitation is there, team. Even if you're not currently a maintainer or a reviewer, for the members, if you're wanting to progress towards becoming a reviewer, like spending a bit of time just having a look at some of these PRs, having a proper read through, and just letting us know what you think. It is like some people feel like they can't do that yet because they're not maybe a reviewer or a maintainer. That's not true at all. It seriously, it really helps us out if you can go through, have a proper read, and just let us know what you think. It does help push things forward. So that invitation is completely there, and hopefully that would add some time. It will save us some time. We have 10 minutes left, team, 9 minutes left. So if anyone else has a PR or an issue they would like to discuss, let me know.
Yeah, for my side, we only talk about the issue PR in this triage meeting. I would like to also address some questions in the discussion. We go, some PR or issue are not critical or not major, so it's not big deal to me. So my goal is to improve the experience on the community. For example, we should answer as much question as possible to improve the experience of the user. So anyone is welcome to answer question in the discussion.
Absolutely. I actually haven't checked chat in the call today. No, we're all good. So yeah, team, if someone's working on a PR or an issue and has questions, go for it. Otherwise, I'll just find some more things for us to look at. I do have one suggestion as another potentially good first issue. Let me find it. Cool. Okay, so coming back to the migration to Prow, we have an overarching issue in Kubernetes K8s.io. One of the tasks in there is to around like creating a Prow job for all the GitHub actions. In theory, most of those Prow jobs should now be running, and we can start to actually properly review them and see if we're ready to complete the migration. So we've just done the first one in this PR here. And essentially all we're doing is removing the GitHub Actions workflow and making sure that any sort of associated documentation is up to date around referencing Prow now rather than GitHub Actions. So the next one I was going to look at and be certainly welcome someone else to pick it up is looking at build. So we can have a look at prow.k8s.io or test grid, both work. We can have a look at etcd, we can have a look at the job name, and we can have a look at build, pull etcd build. And it's been green for a while. We should be able to check out some logs for it. Maybe easier to go to test grid for this. Cool, sig etcd. And we're going to have a look at our pre-submits for build. And it looks like it's been pretty consistent. Interestingly, there happens to be a failure. We'll have a look at that. But yeah, team, all we're doing is we're having a look at the functionality of the GitHub action, comparing that to the functionality of the Prow job. You can have a look at the YAML config for the Prow job in the Kubernetes test infra repo. I'll show you that shortly. And so long as we have like roughly equivalent behavior, we can start thinking about completing the migration. So let's have a look at the config for this one. Kubernetes test infra. It's in tree main config jobs, something like that.
It's actually master.
This is one of the ones that's still master, yeah.
It's in Kubernetes. It's not Kubernetes 6.
Ah, good catch. Thank you. That auto-populated earlier while I was looking at another repo. All right, config, jobs, etcd. Cool. So for anyone that hasn't looked at these yet, this is where our Prow jobs are defined as either periodics, i.e. scheduled, pre-submits, i.e. like before a PR is merged, or post-submits for after a PR is merged. We'll look at the pre-submits here and we'll see the build job. It's the very first one. So we can kind of compare the commands that this is running to what might be running in the GitHub action currently. And I can see we're doing a bunch of multi-arch here on actions. It doesn't look like we're doing multi-arch. No. Cool. Okay, so there's the thing. So if someone wants to fix that up, go for it. Help make Prow better so that we can complete these migrations.
But I think we don't have the architectures in Pro.
We don't
right?
have ARM64 runners, but I think for the multi-arch builds, all you have to do is just set
Okay.
GoOS and GoArch. Yeah.
Right. Good point. Yeah.
So
It's cross
let's make the issue for that. Yeah. Because this is something we need to sort out. Okay. This is a feature request, I guess.
I have one question. Like, we are doing the build job as a pre-submit and a post-submit, like not as a periodic. Is there a discussion that happened around it? Like, why not periodic?
I guess we would have just been, replicating what was in the actions workflow. So the actions workflow is currently just push and pull requests. So, like pre-submit and then post-submit. If we have if we think periodic is going to give us more confidence about XD's ability to build on these architectures, I'm not opposed to it. It's just I think the main thing we wanted to check with the build is primarily the pre-submit. I think whenever someone's proposing a change, we want confidence that that change builds on every architecture that we care about in some way.
Okay.
But if we think at doing it on a schedule is going to give us additional confidence, then I don't see why not. It just would need to be discussed a bit wider. Okay, so currently we have GitHub action for multi-arch builds, and it's this one here. We want to migrate this to Prow, and already have a Prow job configured, which is here. The Prow job needs to be improved to replicate the multi-arch / cross-compile builds for additional architectures so that we can complete the migration. Cool, this will be a good first issue. So if you are interested in helping with the Prow migration and you got a little bit of time to try and sort this one out, once I've kind of created this, drop a comment in the issue. This is tooling. It's an important soon. Yeah, we want to get this tidied up. Hopefully that's clear enough. Cool. Okay, with that team, we are at past. If anyone has any last questions or thoughts, let me know now.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask about the Prow and Slack integration discussion issue that we were having.
Yep, we talked about it 2 weeks ago. Yep.
Yeah, so is it good if I prepared a document around how we can use the Slack reporter and maybe put it up in the comment section for review, and then we can get it forward from there?
Yeah, I think there's maybe a couple different things going on. So my last comment on this was just trying to make sure it's clear what we're asking for. So I think we agreed in the call that we wanted a Slack channel, like if we do notifications that go to a separate Slack channel, that makes sense. We want it to be getting notifications to that channel for new issues or PRs that are created. Is that something that Slack Reporter does? Because that was about jobs, right?
Yeah, so the Slack reporter can definitely notify if a certain periodic pre-submit or post-submit is failing. So that notification it can do. But I need to check whether automated notification to send channel on PR creation, whether it has that ability or not. But the failures and success that can be put to Slack.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about that one then, because we know Slack Reporter can do that. So we've kind of called out here another potentially useful notification will be failures for scheduled or post submits. What's the consensus, team? So we've got a few people on the call at the moment. would you, individually, if you just do a round of thumbs up or thumbs down in Zoom here as a vote, would you find it useful? Like if there was a channel separate to SIG@CD, maybe like SIG@CD notifications, and that channel was getting notifications if a job failed that was either scheduled or a post submit, would you look at it? Would you find it useful, or would you think it's just spam? 3, 2, 1, go. Reactions, thumbs up. Would you find it useful?
I think those things are like at the beginning they're useful, and in the end they end up being like some noise. But that's
Yeah.
just my point of view. So
Yeah.
mine is like neither up nor down. I don't have a voting here.
Yeah, I just noticed we don't actually have a thumbs down, I don't think. Look, I kind of agree. The job notifications I always end up turning off. The issue in PR creation ones are sometimes handy because, like, just if you watch the GitHub repo, you just get so much spam, and sometimes you just end up like having to like mass delete some of that, and you lose some of those notifications of new issues being created or new PRs being created. Parker, it doesn't sound like we've got folks that are super keen on it or find it super useful. If you still want to drive it, I mean, you can test some stuff out, but I'm not sure how many people would be using it.
Okay, sure.
Okay, we are over time. I do need to call it team. Many thanks everyone for coming along this fortnight for triage. I hope I'll see you in a week's time for the community meeting, and in a couple of weeks' time for the next triage. Have a lovely weekend.
Thanks, likewise. Bye.
Happy weekend, everyone.